how have you been doing? I don't like getting older, Jack. You don't? Why? At my age, everything goes wrong. As a matter of fact, I'm so old my knees buckle, but my belt won't. The other day, I sat in a rocking chair, but I couldn't get it started. I feel like the morning after, and I haven't been anywhere yet. I have too much room in the house and not enough room in the medicine cabinet. As a matter of fact, I even got TiVo for the Weather Channel. And that was how it was. That's all I'd written so far, but that's kind of what we were going to do. And of course, you know, he'd do the Karnak thing, which was my favorite, because he'd always have the jokes and stuff, and he had the little hat, and he'd hold up the thing, and he'd say, the answer is Donald Duck. And the question? What do you say to a Disney character during a drive-by shooting? Donald Duck. Karnak going in concrete commode tonight. Episode of Robot Chicken about 2.5 years ago, and I was able to do Bugs Bunny, and of course Mel Blanc was, you know, he's everyone's favorite. I mean, I grew up more on the Warner Brothers characters than I did on the Disney characters, because they were on more often. And of course Bugs, oh brother, ain't I a stinker? What's up, Doc? And of course Daffy Duck would come along, fluffer and fluckatash, you're despicable. I can never do that close to people because I spit on them. Foghorn Leghorn, I'll say that boy, hold on there. That boy don't pay attention to me. That boy's about as sharp as a bag of wet mice. Yosemite Sam, you know, who us hate rabbits. Sylvester, fluffer and fluckatash. Where's that Tweety bird? Ooh, I thought I caught a pulling pad. And some of those actually some I've done over the movie Space Disneyland, and they have this show in the theater where they have Steve Martin doing there was an alternate ending to that. The ending that doesn't show up in the film was the Muppets. And they were going out, and I got to do Kermit the Frog saying, well, I think, let's go back to the theater. And I got to actually do that, got paid for it and everything, then they cut it out of the movie. So I've done one Kermit in my life, and it got cut out of the movie, which just tells you a little bit about show business. Of times, I'll take a stool when we're doing a long skit like that, and, you know, just sit down and sit rather than stand, because after a while you get a little tired. He stood the whole time, 4 hours. He didn't want a chair, and I felt kind of stupid. Well, I need a chair. I need a liquor, too, if you got it, you know. So, but he was great and so full of energy. And I brought tonight, I was going through some clips and stuff tonight for tonight's show, and I have an audio clip of Dick Van Dyke, and we were having a break. And he was talking, he said, you know, the theme to the Dick Van Dyke show, you know, it has lyrics. And he said, it has lyrics? And yeah, and he sang it right there. And the tape was running, and I have that little clip tonight, so if we can play this. This was Dick Van Dyke from that night. This is just audio.
You know, there are words to the theme song that nobody knows. I have a little quartet that we sing it at benefit. So you think that you've got trouble? Well, trouble's a bubble. So tell old Mr. Trouble to get lost. Why not hold your head up high and stop crying, start sighing, and don't forget to keep your fingers crossed. When you find the joy of living is loving and giving, you'll be there when the winning dice are tossed. A smile is just a frown that's turned upside down, so smiling that frown will get tossed. And don't forget to keep your fingers crossed. Thank you.
Dick Van Dyke, I thought you might enjoy that, with the little archives.